What's good, YouTube? Hey, welcome back to another video with your boy Tag. We in the building today with another video for y'all. Today, it's gonna be a different type of video. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a little story time for y'all today. It's gonna be a little hard to remember for this story because it was a real long time ago, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really this was like when I was in the fourth grade, man. You know, I'm 19 now. You know. But yeah, man. So this all started when I was in the third grade, like I said, and we had just went to a new school. You know, me and my sister. I think I was in third. I'm 2 years older than her, so I was in third grade. She was in the fourth. The fifth. The first grade and everything. You know, and so we started riding the bus. You know, this was our first time riding the bus because I usually got dropped off by my mom and everything. My mom or my dad, you know, whoever's house I was at the time, and I get dropped off at school, and it wouldn't be nothing. We get dropped off, and I get picked up. I never rode the bus ever. This is my first time, and this is my first time really experiencing how people can be you know, it's messed up how people just try to manipulate, you know, try to get you to do what they think and all types of stuff. I don't know. It's weird, you know how black kids be, but you know, so. It was our third day riding the bus. The first 2 days went fine, you know, everything was cool. Our bus driver would usually say oh, this y'all stop right here, because we couldn't really tell the difference between stops and all of that. So when I looked out the window, this could have been anybody's neighborhood. This could have been my neighborhood, Gabriel, whoever's neighborhood. This could have been a neighborhood right here. And I would just look out the window and I wouldn't know nothing. So the bus driver would tell us when it was our time to get off the bus. And one day, the third day that we was on the bus, me and my sister was on there, and all the kids was like, hey, this y'all stop right here, this y'all stop right here, this y'all stop right here. Y'all gotta get off the bus. Why y'all still on the bus? Because we had looked at it, I'm like, we starting to get used to the system. You know, this ain't our stop. Yeah, it's usually after these two people right here. I guarantee it. And then the bus driver was talking about something. All right, y'all stop. It's time for y'all to get off. Da, da, da. And I'm like, no, this is not our stop. No, it's not. And then I look at my sister and she yeah, this is our stop. Yeah, this is. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And she kept on going with it. I'm like, bro. But everybody was going against it, and everybody was like, no, bro, y'all stop this. Y'all stop. I gotta get out the bus. What the heck? Y'all waiting. Y'all would take too long. I'm like, no, this is not our stop. The bus driver said, anyway, get off the bus and all of that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So we ended up getting off the bus. Instantly, when I got off the bus, I saw that the people that we usually wait for to get off the bus, they stopped before us. They got off the bus with us. And I'm like, okay, so clearly we had the wrong stop. And I'm like, okay, well, since I know that we had the wrong stop, all right, let me tell the bus driver this really ain't our stop. This girl decides to pull out the lot. I've never seen a bus drive so fast. I was running after the bus, bro. I literally was running. I was like, hey, you forgot us. Hey. This girl did not slow down. I know you got rear view mirrors, bro. Tell me nowadays if y'all be driving, bro, y'all know y'all can see. If I wasn't in the blind spot, bro. I was not in the blind spot, bro. But you know, on the bus, they be having all them windows, right? In the back, to where they can see. That's why they be like, don't sit in the aisle, don't sit in the aisle. They be saying, don't sit in the aisle. They wasn't sitting in the aisle, bro. You can see me, bro. You can see me through that little rear view mirror. I know you be sticking your little eyes up, bro. I know you was, bro. That's crazy. We could have literally sued her right there, bro. That's crazy. Probably sued the whole bus company. You know what I'm saying? Been living good after that. But yeah, man. So I'm like, what the heck, bro? So the bus pulled off, and I'm like, bro, that's scandalous, bro. So we ended up. We didn't have no phone at the time, so I was thinking are we just gonna be able to walk and find our bus stop? Now, honestly, I think I know exactly where we got dropped off at in real life now, but I don't know. Just back then, we didn't really know nothing, and nobody had no phones back then, except for the parents. They was always, we didn't have no phones back then, so what we had to do we was gonna just try to look around the street. You know, we started walking around, looking around for our street and look to see if we saw any, like, we know what the house looked like. We just don't know what the street was called. So we get to walking around, me and my sister, and we just looking and she don't see nothing, I don't see nothing. And then there's this old lady who was on her porch or something like that, just enjoying her day, I guess. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know if she was kid watching, whatever, bro. She had to watch the kids get off the bus, or I don't know. But this is like 5 minutes after we ain't got off the bus already. And this lady, she like, y'all lost or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, we lost. Our bus driver let us off at the wrong stop. And she was like, why would she do that? That don't even make no sense. And then, you know, she was saying all of that type of stuff. And then she was like, come on in here. And she took us in her house or whatever. And I'm like, okay. My mom has told me not to do stuff like this, but I guess that she's trying to help us, you know, because we really lost right now. So there ain't no way for her to find us or nothing. So the lady takes us in the house or whatever. She put us in like a bedroom. We was sitting on somebody's bed, and this old lady, like, she said, hold on, give her a second or something like that. Like, she goes away for like 10 minutes. We just sitting on the couch, just wondering who this old lady is or whatever. My sister over here telling us we shouldn't have went in the house. And I'm like, if you saying that we shouldn't have went in the house, you should have said that back then. Why is you just now saying this? I'm not getting it. And then, so anyway, you know, after she said all of that, the old lady comes back. And she like, so do y'all know y'all mom's phone number or anything like that? So I could call her. And I'm like, no, because we don't even got phones. So we don't know her phone number for real like that. You know, we didn't really have to take it down by heart or nothing like that. And it was a good thing, because back then I was a little bad kid, you know what I'm saying? The parents, I mean, them teachers be like, oh, call your mom, da-da-da. I don't know what number I'm gonna call it, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So she ended up asking us to do we know how to call her and all of that, and I'm like, no, I don't know. My sister didn't know either, and she had asked us, do we know where we live and all of that. I said I just know the house. I know what the house looked like, and you know, I was hoping that when she would take that and be like, okay, so maybe, I don't know, just drive us around and see if we find a car, like find a house or something like that, because it's in the neighborhood. It's one stop away. It shouldn't be, you know, that hard to find. But I don't know, she didn't do that. So what ended up happening was the old lady, she went away again, and I'm just like, where she keep going off to? Like, this is weird. Like, she keep on ducking off and then going in somewhere, and it's taking like 5 minutes to come back. I don't know what she was telling people or something. I don't know, but what she ended up, she came back after like 10 minutes again, and told us that there's a lady outside looking for us, something like that. And we go out there, and it was our mom. And I was like, okay, thank God, get us away from this woman right here, because I don't know, she owned or something. But once we got with our mom, she ended up telling us that the kids on the bus was like, yeah, that wasn't their stop. We were just gonna see if they was like, gonna get off or whatever. And I'm like, that's really crazy. You was gonna believe them little kids over us. Like, that's just wild to me. Like, I don't know. And then you gonna go along with it and say that's our bus stop. Like, that's not our bus stop, bro. That is not our bus stop, bro. That's crazy to me. But yeah, man, in the end, we got back home with my mom and all of that. She ended up calling once we got off the bus, she ended up calling my mom and letting her know that we got off at the wrong stop and where the stop was and all of that. And yeah, man, that was crazy.